Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron from Breaking the Cycle, joined as always with Travis from Howie Games and Cody from Stealing Life. I hope you guys are having a great week. We're having a great week. Shut up, Travis. No one fucking cares. But
it's a terrible week.
On the other hand, how was your week?
Nobody cares.
You know, it was.
How many times did you poop?
Oh no. I forgot
lot.
coffee.
No, I just was I was exceedingly lazy this week because I wanted to get caught up on cleaning the house and stuff like that. So I didn't even do a gaming video, and I didn't think about it because now this week I'm going down to Salt Lake and I'm not gonna have time today to finish it. And I can totally hear myself.
Yeah, he took his headphones off, and you're totally coming through.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Because he's getting coffee.
Does he not care about my week?
I don't think so.
Does he not want to hear what happened during my week? What a fucker. Hey, Travis,
I don't think anybody cares about your week, buddy.
No, the viewers do. The listeners? How do you podcast? Listeners.
The audience.
Okay, the listeners do. The audience do. They're nice people.
Oh, speaking of the audience,
I can hear him clanging
we have people
his
in like a
stupid,
bunch of countries now, man.
Stupid spoon out there stirring his stupid coffee.
Spoon?
Yeah, no, I heard it hit the counters out there clanging.
He's just talking mad shit on you right now.
Okay.
You and your stupid spoon.
Spoon?
Yeah, I heard you clang your stupid spoon, getting your stupid coffee.
Yeah, but I mean,
how dare you not care about my week, sir?
He's really mad.
I care. It's just I cared about coffee just a little bit more, you know?
All right, fair enough. Anyway, yeah. What happened this week? Did anything happen this week?
I thought you said you had a week.
Right?
It was a week. Oh, yeah, no, I was just really lazy and I didn't get anything done, and now I feel bad about it because I really want to get another episode out of for Lisa. Because
I thought you were done with that piece of crap.
I got the DLC.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Because everybody recommended it. They're like, oh, we want to see Lisa the Joyful now.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's coming.
Cool story, bro. Hey, Cody, how was your week?
My week was good. I was trying to tell Travis, but he was too mad about your spoon.
Oh.
We got a lot of listeners in like different countries now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which is strange.
Right?
Is it India?
What?
Don't go
India?
there. I don't want to hear it.
No, they could be clickbots.
No. What?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not like sketchy places. It's not like Scandinavia came up or something.
Bangladesh.
Which, if you're listening in Scandinavia, I'm sorry.
We love Scandinavians.
Yeah, we love it. But, you know, it's cool. There's only a couple people here and there. But it's cool to see, like, Germany and fucking... I think there was, like, one in Russia.
Nice,
which is
dude.
weird.
You know, hey, man.
Hopefully it's Putin.
You know? Right?
That's probably why we showed up in Russia at all, is because you say that so much. YouTube just picked it up. It's like Russia.
You know what? It really could have been, but I don't think it was YouTube. It was
no, it's the audio.
It would have been whoever, whatever streaming site they're picking it up from. There was like they have one Russian word or phrase that pops up in there once in a while. They're like, let's throw it at Russia and see what happens.
Have you guys heard of Castbox?
Castbox? No.
Because that's being used a lot. I think that must be the.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Castbox. I got you.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's like mainly that one that's been being used, other than the Podcast Addict one. But yeah, like different countries and stuff. And Graysonville's back.
Yes, we love you, Graysonville.
Yeah,
we love you.
They're back. They're hanging around.
See, we talked shit on them one time, and they're just like, nope, we're done.
Who talks shit?
We?
Cody did.
Did I?
I don't think I talked shit on them. We just talked about Graysonville Waterman.
Yeah, I don't think anybody talks shit on them.
Yeah.
I think you just remember hate. Cody might be made of hate, but you just your long-term memory is full of it.
Yeah. But
well, that's because I'm around Cody every week.
Right? Yeah.
My week was normal. I watched movies.
That's cool.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You watched boobies?
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to watch some boobies.
So, being a huge fan of Freddie Mercury and actually having covered Bohemian Rhapsody myself, which you should check out, link in the description, right, Travis?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
If I remember, you should.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
wait,
enough.
hold on. I got to write it down.
I appreciate that.
I forgot a pen and piece of paper.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem.
Here
I
we
finally
go.
saw the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. It was really good. It was so
look.
good, wasn't it? Like
I'll write it.
what?
Was it?
I
I'll
really
write it
enjoyed
on
it
the
I
actually.
thought it
back.
was good.
You know,
Of my deck collection.
why are you talking?
Because I got to write the time down on the back
You
of my
can
deck
do that
collection.
without talking.
And it is approximately
Shut up, Travis.
Fucking shit.
42.
Who cares what time it
Aaron.
is?
Aaron plugs.
Oh God! This is what I get. You know
himself.
what? No, this is my fault. This is my fault because I wanted to actually like plug myself a little
Yeah.
bit, you know. And you know what?
There we go.
No, yeah, fine. Hey, Cody, will you also plug me in the description?
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate that. You're
Oh,
awesome.
and now at 7:05, Cody plugs Aaron.
Wait, we're gonna do this. But I really enjoyed the movie. I think it represented him in a fun way. I don't know if because they were obviously written characters and you could feel that through the jokes that they made sometimes. Like I know Brian May is a really smart guy, but I don't think he's quite that funny.
No.
He made a lot of really on point quips, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that probably didn't
They
happen.
definitely made them a lot more.
Likeable,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And I'm sure Freddie Mercury was more of a dick than they even could possibly show there.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
know he was a good-hearted guy, and I know that that you know a lot of that is something that was supposed to be translated, and they did it really well. But they did feel a little bit charactery and a little bit less like human people.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
definitely.
But then again, you have to kind of get into like the whole rock star mentality to wonder if you know, like how much of this was real life and how much of this was movie rock
Is this the
starishness.
real life?
Right, yeah. Yeah, how much of it was like writers trying to go like, oh yeah, I've got to push that rock star mentality,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
But yeah, I thought it was really good.
It was good. I feel like I'd rather watch a live performance.
Oh, no, I agree. One thing
the
that was
movie was like a big concert.
it was. I mean, yeah,
So many performances.
true. It's because I'm such a fanboy, it was totally fine for me.
Yeah.
The one thing that was really, really cool though was I found on YouTube that they actually did the entire Live Aid performance, all
wow.
of it, and someone on YouTube synced up their performance to the actual Live Aid performance, and you're watching them, and then your like mind is blown because you're like, wait, they're actually mimicking every single action that he did on
wow.
there. I'm like, wait, I didn't realize it was this perfect.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
You're seeing like the shots where Freddy goes up and attacks the cameraman for a second and like goes
yeah.
around with him, which is hilarious. He does it just like him, and like all like the random hand movements going up, they're like so close, and you see
wow.
a little bit of the behind the scenes, and you see the choreographer, and she's obviously amazing, and you know, having him like learn all the motions and the ways
That would be
Freddy
a pain
moves.
in the ass to memorize.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, obviously they did it in chunks, you know, but
Well, yeah, they'd have to.
chunks. But
Could you
No
imagine
reason.
directing that? Like, hold up, you sashayed instead of shimmied right there.
right, yeah.
You really need to go.
And but like it was just so crazy to see, and apparently they shot the Live Aid, the whole concert first. That was the very first thing that they actually recorded.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't really get a chance to like build a bond as the actors, you know, to really feel the way that they should have felt on stage. But it worked out pretty well. I think it turned out really good
I thought
too.
the movie was pretty good.
Yeah,
I think that's one of those topics that I know too much about.
fair enough.
And it's like I can't really get that interested in watching a movie about it.
Because you already know.
Yeah, I mean, I love Queen, so I've
Yeah.
looked into a lot of the stuff about them already, and I've listened to hours and hours of their music. So seeing the movie
yeah.
and the performances, I was like, I'd rather just watch a
Out of
live
curiosity,
Yeah.
because I live
see
in Idaho, and no offense to Idaho, because you know it's a good place, but
Beautiful.
there's a lot of people here who
Look
that
down
I've met
upon.
homosexuality as a whole. It was that movie, because this is what I got from people up here.
I didn't
still
even
haven't
think
seen
about that.
What?
That's
Still
true.
haven't seen it. But there. Oh. Did I die? I died.
What?
I died.
How so?
How did you die?
I don't know. My computer did a thing. Hold on. Okay, we're recording again. There we go. So sorry about that. I guess that they were saying it was just a video or like the whole thing was to promote homosexuality. And like, did you like from guys that I know really don't give a fuck one way or the other? Is that true?
Where?
In the movie.
Sorry, wait.
I'm sorry. Cody's camera died, and I have to fucking.
Oh, your guys died.
Yeah.
Too. Oh, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, just repeat the question.
So up here, a lot of those people that are that I know or have met said that the movie was strictly more to promote homosexuality. Is that even remotely true?
No, I mean, hell no.
Freddie Mercury was gay.
I mean, they're not going to downplay that. That would be unfair.
Yeah, they had to put that in there.
Yeah, no.
Well, and that's what I mean. I've met a lot of people who just are very close-minded.
I just think it was they saw that they showed him kissing other dudes, and they got so uncomfortable that they just needed to be like, oh yeah, it's promoting homosexuality. No, in no way was that. It wasn't even glorifying it. Actually, it made it seem kind of fucking terrible, you know?
It was really sad.
Yeah, it was super sad.
And also, if it was promoting it, who gives a fuck?
Right?
I don't know why people are so scared of gay people.
I know, it's so stupid.
It's not a contagious thing. You'll be okay.
You're either gay or you're not, so just like let it go. My God.
I really don't know, honestly.
What? What do you mean?
You don't know if it's contagious?
It could be. It really could be.
Don't go there.
Don't do that.
You guys, geez.
Please don't do that.
There's a lot of people out there who have to struggle with this, you know, and they're not comfortable enough with themselves to just come out and be who they are.
Clap, right?
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. And they go through their lives dealing with trying to be someone that they're not for their entire lives, you know?
It's really sad.
And like, I think you firsthand, well, secondhand technically, what is that? Is that secondhand or is that third hand?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you won't, but you know what I'm talking about, Trav. You've seen it you know, yeah. So that sucks. That's terrible. And
it really does.
You know, he spent to, you know, like well, I'm not going to get into it, but
that one.
Yeah, no.
But I get you. Yeah.
I just don't want to say anything.
That's ridiculous to think, oh, this movie's promoting homosexuality.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, no, but I've literally had people come tell me that, and it's just like, what?
Somebody's going to watch that movie and be like, oh, I want to be gay now.
Right?
What the fuck? That's not a thing that happens.
So dumb.
That's not a thing.
But, well.
You can't hide that a guy was gay in a movie about a guy that was gay.
Right? Who was flamboyantly gay.
Super gay.
Super gay.
He was so gay.
Yeah, like, you saw his outfits on stage.
He was awesome.
Holy crap.
God, he was amazing.
He was awesome.
Dude, Freddie Mercury's the best.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I fucking love Freddie Mercury. Him and Michael Jackson are like the two top for me. Yeah. Which is a touchy one right now, I guess.
Why is that the touchy one?
God, you guys.
Oh, you have. Yeah, I didn't hear about it either. You
hear about things.
No, and you know what's funny too is after I told you, because I have plans for anyone who's listening to this podcast, you now get to hear some of the stuff that's going on my channel. I'm going to be doing a Michael Jackson song here pretty soon. And as soon as I brought that up, it's like, are you sure you want to do that? I'm like, well, yeah, no, why? And Cody comes up and he's like, well, there's a bit of a controversy because of the movie. I'm like, what are we talking about? And I'm like, I didn't know of any movie that had come out. And there's like this big movie about, I'm sure you guys have heard it, but I live under a rock apparently.
Yeah, it's called Leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have Cody explain to it because obviously I haven't seen it, but he probably knows more about it than I do.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't heard about this at all.
I plan to maybe watch it.
Yeah,
because I don't like to judge things before I see them. But
fair enough.
It's just a documentary on like all the allegations. You guys know the allegations,
of course,
that happened. But it's basically just that again. It's interviewing the people and bringing up the stories again. As far as I know, there's no new evidence. There's nothing new about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying, I guess, to get a conviction, like post-mortem or however you would say that.
Yeah.
Now that he's gone, they're going to try to get a conviction.
Sue his estate.
It seems like everybody forgot about the allegations. So now that this came out, everybody's freaking out again.
No, I think they were very strategic on it. They waited exactly 10 years to his death. That way people wouldn't be sad about his death anymore.
Yeah.
And then now that it seems people are a lot more touchy about everything in the 10 years now, as opposed to 10 years ago. So it makes a lot more sense, and people are just like everything they want to get mad about. So this is just giving them another reason to get mad about it. And now they can possibly get money out of it, which is what everyone just wants to do. Everyone just wants to get money out of things. And the thing is I know you're right that there isn't going to be any new evidence. It's going to be a bunch of speculative bullshit. And everyone's just like, oh, I have all these stories of, like all the times that he touched me as a child. And the problem with that is I think most of us know that Macaulay Culkin was like one of like the kids that hung around there a lot.
All the time.
And Macaulay Culkin is a fucked up dude, right? He's a super fucked up dude who does not give a shit what anybody thinks. And he's super open and will say anything that he feels like saying at any point in time. And people have talked to him about it, and he's like, no, nothing ever happened. Like that's stupid. Like,
and he wouldn't be the guy to hide it.
Yeah, he's like, he has that personality. I don't give a shit what you think, and I've fucked up in my life, because he's talked about his drug addiction and all the shit that he's been through, and he wouldn't hide that,
Well, there's a guy that they talk about his story in the documentary, and I heard that he's suing the people that made the documentary because he didn't want to be part of it, and he told them that nothing happened and he didn't want to be part of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give consent, and they used him anyways.
Yeah.
But nobody's talking about that shit.
Of course not.
They're all like, oh my God, Michael Jackson's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're pulling all his shit. They're pulling his Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
And they pulled that. And I guess Spotify is talking about pulling his music off of there.
Well, what is up with all of these like huge reactions from all these advertisers? It's been...
Yeah, I don't know. They're dramatic little bastards, aren't they?
Right. It's like, you see, like, I don't know if this was the first time it happened, but the hard kick that YouTube got after the PewDiePie thing, like, and tons and tons and tons of people pulled out of, and that's what started the first adpocalypse, and everyone started freaking out about that. And then after we recovered from that, then you start seeing people getting kicked off of their shows and everything being ruined, their lives being ruined from tweets from years and years and years ago. Well, yeah, I mean, fucking Logan Paul, but I was gonna bring up another YouTuber. I'm just saying, like people were getting like what was his name? James Gunn.
Guardians of the Galaxy
got fired and like removed from the company, and
a tweet that was like 6 years old.
Yeah, like,
and it was just a bad joke.
Who gives a shit, dude? Like, you can't. Why do we insist on needing people who are like so perfect? Nobody's fucking perfect, and everyone makes stupid comments about things, and we're gonna have like a catalog of all of our stupid comments that we make all the time.
And well, to me, like, there should be a separation, right?
Absolutely.
Of the person and the dumb decisions they make, as bad or as stupid as they are, like a bad joke on Twitter or a crime.
Well, I mean, I kind of disagree. I don't think there should be a separation. I think we should just learn to accept that people aren't perfect.
Well, that's kind of what I mean.
Like, we have this politician type view of a lot of people. Like, you go and you look into the people's lives, and they've tried so hard, as politicians, to like make everything like absolutely squeaky clean. Mm-hmm. But that's why we get this weird sense from most politicians that like, hey, you're lying to me about something, aren't you? Because nobody's that perfect, and we know that. Everybody knows that. Any normal person you talk to is going to say, yeah, I've had somewhat of a checkered past, because we all have.
People can't accept it for some reason. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Michael Vick is.
Yeah. Michael Vick?
Yeah, Michael Vick. I don't know. You guys aren't footballers?
The dog fighty dude.
Yeah.
It's the dog fighty dude. I know
the dog fighting shit, which is horrible.
Very
horrible.
I'm
very against dog fighting. Mm-hmm. But when he came back to the NFL, there was like protesters saying that he shouldn't be allowed back.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. This guy went to jail. He went to prison.
He paid his dues.
For like, I think 4 years, something like that. He did.
Did he really go that long?
What?
I didn't know he went that long.
I don't know how long it was, but he went for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back, and if he's good enough to play football, he should play football.
Yeah.
Like,
We
why
have to
shouldn't you do your job just because you made a mistake?
Yeah, we should definitely have some idea of forgiveness for people. It's not like, oh yeah, you make one mistake and forever you are fucked. Like, you see a lot of people who make legitimate mistakes. They go and they get into drugs and they end up, doing heroin, and they do stupid shit for an addictive substance that totally ruins their life. And then they get out of jail and it gets impossible to get a job, because people don't want to hire a convicted felon or anything like that. And we need to be more accepting that people can change, and people can after they've served their time and made their mistakes, that they can be good people again. And people don't understand that. Like, I had a coworker working back at the thrift store in Idaho that he did heroin and he shot a guy. It was like a gnarly fucking situation.
God. I wasn't expecting to shot a guy.
Yeah.
And and what and he was one of the nicest guys I've ever met, like he would he's literally one of those people who would take his own shirt off to give to another person, do anything for other people.
Before or after he shoots them. Sorry, go ahead. I know what you mean.
But, people do change. Like, life experiences make a huge difference.
And also, like, because that doesn't really apply to the whole Michael Jackson thing.
What?
Because it's all speculation.
Of course.
And I just don't understand why a thing that was never proven, what was that, like 20-something years ago?
Something like that.
It was so long ago, and it was never really proven.
No.
But yet this stupid documentary comes out, which it might be good. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And people just get all up in arms. Oh my God, he's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Making a Murderer thing.
Yep.
That documentary came out, and now nobody knew who the fuck Steve Avery was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. And then they watch it. Oh, that's horrible what they're doing to him. It's a conspiracy. Right. It's all against him.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it, and I was like, yeah, that guy probably did it. Like, that's a weird dude. He set a cat on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that burns a cat... No.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Like, I'll forgive the dog fighting. You don't burn a cat.
Right? Loves me some cats.
Yeah. Cats are unburnable, you piece of shit. And I just love how people just defend him
to differ. They do, in fact, burn.
Do you have a thing, Travis?
No.
Okay. I thought you were talking.
Right. So,
I think... Could you not hear me?
No. We're trying to let you talk.
Oh. Well, I said I think he'd beg to differ. They do, in fact, burn.
Oh, it was one of those comments.
Yeah. But
so there's I can't remember what the name of the effect is, but it's just like, I think it's called like the mere exposure effect, where if you hear something enough times, whether it's true or not, just hearing it over and over and over again, you start to believe it regardless of whether there's any evidence or anything like that.
That happens to me.
Yeah?
Like, for stories I tell.
Mm-hmm.
I've told stories so long now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're true.
Right?
I think they're true.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So I just don't understand why. You understand. You watch a documentary and you know it's coming from a specific point of view, right?
Absolutely.
These filmmakers are taking an idea and they're trying to prove that idea. That's what a documentary is.
I mean, ideally, it's supposed to be unbiased.
It's supposed to be, but it's not.
Yeah.
They have an idea for something. Mm-hmm. Like for this one, Michael Jackson is a child molester.
Mm-hmm.
Let's prove that.
Right.
And that's what they do. So then people watch that and they see that one side of the thing. Like for Making a Murderer, it was Stephen Avery's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So people watch that, and at the end of it, they're like, this guy is fucking innocent.
Right, yeah.
And then you find out about the handcuffs that he purchased. And the fucking rope that he purchased and all this stuff that he was doing right before the murder happened or whatever. Mm. And it's like, well, that wasn't in the documentary. Well, no shit. They're trying to prove him innocent.
Right.
They're not going to tell you that.
It's coincidental evidence anyway, dismissible,
Yeah, that's fine.
If the guy buys a gimp mask and a blowtorch, who's to say he actually
No, I'm not saying that proves he did it. But if you're making a fucking documentary on a subject you should, like Aaron said, you should include both sides, but they don't.
And they never do.
We should know that watching a documentary, you're not getting the whole story.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing you have to realize with any documentary or any news outlet or anything that involves the word entertainment. You have to realize that documentaries and news outlets and any of these places that's supposed to give you information have to make money. And in order to make money, you have to actually sit there and watch. And they make their stuff more entertaining. Yeah. So you will watch it. And unbiased information is not entertaining. That's why you see these news outlets that go, hard in one direction, so the people stay loyal, super loyal to them. So you see the news outlets that go like super Democratic or super Republican. Yeah. You're gonna see them get higher ratings because they've gone that way. That's why you don't see too many news outlets that are like, oh yeah, here's some information. Make with it what you will.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
You don't see that ever. Yeah. Because they don't really.
I would argue that there's unconventional ones that are better about that. I'm not going to say they're perfect. But, have you guys ever watched Philip DeFranco?
I feel like you've said that name before.
You have, and I have. I've seen some of his stuff, and I'm trying to think if this is the guy I'm thinking of, but he doesn't feel that unbiased to me. But...
See, but that's what I like about him. He tells you like, this is what the fact is. Here is my bias. Here's what I think, and like he makes it very clear that this is his opinion. Here are the facts. And I mean, I gotta say he does that about everything. Maybe not, but I'd say he's a lot less worse than conventional media outlets for sure.
Less worse.
You know what?
Well, that's the thing is, if you got to get information from somewhere, so it's up to you to decipher what's bullshit and not. I'd rather go with somebody that's not giving me so much bullshit.
That's why I just kind of ignore all that shit as best as I can, although in today's day and age you can't, and just read the science news, because the science news is just so much better. It's so much more positive. Hey, we made it to Mars, science things like that. Is fun. It's so good, and everything's positive and upbeat. Hey, we have a great news for the future. It's like, that might be biased within itself, but then you hear, that, what was it, the Mars rover? I can't remember what its name is right now.
Oh.
That was sad. That was legitimately sad. It was not Voyager. Was it Voyager?
No. Voyager's beyond our solar system. It's so far away now.
Oh, right. No, that's Viking.
No.
Was it Discovery?
No, it's Voyager. It's Voyager 1. I know what that one is. Was it Discovery?
Was it Discovery?
Hold on, I'll find out.
I feel like it's Discovery.
No, because Discovery was a space shuttle.
Oh.
Opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I was close. There was an E in there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like my batteries are low and it's getting dark.
So sad.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That meme was terrible.
Why does that stuff make me sad?
I know, it's so sad.
If I watch a movie and like an animal or a robot dies, I'm way more sad than if like the human character dies.
Right?
Like, why? Is that something bad about me? Am I a psycho?
I'd probably be the same way.
Because, like, have you guys seen Chappie?
Chappie?
Yeah.
About the robot.
I've seen Chappie.
I wanted to see it. I don't think I ever actually saw it.
I cried like a little bitch. I cried multiple times in that movie.
I didn't cry, but it was good.
It was really
I like Chappie.
But anyways, did you have a thing to say, Aaron? I feel like you were saying things.
Was I saying things? I don't remember anymore.
You're talking about Mars.
Oh, no, that was just like, I was just going on a quip because I wanted to be like, oh, yeah.
Mars is cool.
Mars is cool. And
you're right, though. Science news is a lot more fun.
Yeah, but the problem is most people don't care. Like, I talk to a lot of people who just don't care about science, and I don't understand why you wouldn't care about, like, the technological advances we have in our society.
That's because science is fake, and Jesus did it all.
I don't understand what's so funny on that one.
That makes it so Oh, God. Oh. Now I'm sweaty and crying.
No, I really don't understand on that one.
Ooh, okay.
That's okay.
Anyway,
No, hold on. Now you gotta explain.
Explain what?
there's nothing to explain. That's as
nothing.
pretty as cut and dry as it's gonna
You're
get.
either gonna get that or you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Are you making a joke about me or?
What? No. It's not
No,
you,
buddy.
dude.
No.
Oh,
Although that makes it a lot funnier.
Yeah, that is a lot better.
I was like, I don't think that. I hope you know.
No, just there's certain type of people. You get it.
You get it. It's fine. No worries.
That went over my head.
It's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
A lot of stuff does.
I'm
You're
scared.
short.
There's always going to
I'm
be
scared.
something that goes over somebody's head. I know that you guys have made jokes that have gone over my head and just whoosh.
Every time you talk about a meme, I don't get shit, so it's okay.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
You're
What's
fine,
happening?
Travis. Oh, we broke Travis.
I'm sweating.
Anyway,
I have a heart attack. I'm not healthy enough to laugh this much.
so we were talking about biased news and whatnot.
Okay.
And one thing that I saw, actually, no, I heard from my wife, was that Logan Paul is going to be doing a conspiracy video, like something a la Shane Dawson.
I
And-
heard this.
Yeah, and it's going to be about flat Earth. And the thing that it's going to be, though, is that he's coming out as a flat earther.
Of course.
Because
Who,
that...
Logan Paul or Shane Dawson?
No, Logan Paul's doing it.
Well, yeah, but who's coming out as the flat earther?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. He's going to like a flat Earth convention. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, I totally believe it now. It makes perfect sense. And
Then why in the flying fuck is Shane Dawson even a part of it?
what? No, I was
No,
just
he's
saying,
not.
I said a la Shane Dawson, as in the style of Shane Dawson.
Because that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He did like a 2-part conspiracy series or something,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was doing it about Shane Dawson.
No,
No.
he's kind of taking Shane's idea.
Yeah, because Shane did the he might be a sociopath thing, right?
Yeah, he did that. But then he actually did a conspiracy series.
He's been doing conspiracy theories for a while.
a long time actually, but he just recently did one, and of all of the conspiracies that he did in there, the most famous one was that the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese was being like recycled, which is like the
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
it
saw
was
that one.
so dumb.
How many
like,
people throw away pizza?
I know.
That's what, like, because Jess watched it and she was like all on board.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, let's role play for a second. Not like that. If we went to
We're
a
gonna
pizza
have
place,
a conversation about this after we role play.
yeah, let's say me, you, and Travis, we're all at Chuck E. Cheese and we're enjoying some nice pizza.
That
right?
wouldn't be awkward at all, but sure.
Not at all. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I would
It's fun.
love to go to Chuck E.
Nobody's
Cheese next
looking at
time
us
I come
weird.
down, by
No,
the way.
no. Of
Cops
course
haven't
not.
been called.
Not,
We're fine.
Nope. Everything's fine.
We're eating some pizza.
Three
and
dudes taking pictures in photo booth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Chuck
no,
E.
go ahead.
No, you're right.
Three dudes riding the little roller coaster that they have. I would totally do this.
Oh God.
We're gonna have to do this.
Okay.
We're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
So we're enjoying some pizza, and then our bellies get full.
Right.
And there's still like 3 pieces of pizza. Do we leave the pizza on the table? Or do we pack that bitch up and take it?
Right. Yeah.
Who leaves pizza is my thing.
Yeah. I don't know like any situation where people just like leave pizza.
You don't leave pizza. You leave like a half-eaten burger.
Yeah.
You don't leave
Okay, but
pizza.
did you guys watch Shane Dawson's thing?
No, I hate Shane
No,
Dawson.
I did actually see it. Yeah.
There was some weird shit though, like because they'd cut their pizzas into like squares, you know, rather than the typical normal style that everybody should cut it.
Should. Pizza Nazi.
Should. Yep. There would be like a square in the very middle of the whole pizza that had like a crust on it and just didn't match kind of shit.
Yeah.
And so like, where the fuck did that come from?
Well,
Kind of thing.
I don't know, but don't they serve like pizza by the slice there?
No, you
I don't
usually
know.
get a whole.
I thought they did though.
I mean, I think they might, but
Yeah.
most of the time you see it
No.
in entire pizzas.
But I mean, like, who cares? maybe they fucking cut the pizza and a piece fell, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta make this a full pizza.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's totally possible. But the thing is I think it would be like a lot more logical that someone's just going out there and like haphazardly cutting pizzas, right? And it's all fucking imperfect, right?
Yeah. Oh, that does make more sense.
And then
Yeah, but it's
you
not
work
like
at Chuck E. Cheese.
piece.
You're not sitting there trying to get like, oh yeah, I gotta make everything super perfect, you know? And then you're going out there and you're fucking like throwing it on people's things like, here, there's your fucking pizza.
Your fucking pizza.
As kids are like screaming all around you and your life is terrible because you work at Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah.
I mean, if you work at Chuck E. Cheese, good job.
Yeah, no,
sad place.
Props, Brud.
Why is it sad? I don't understand why it's sad.
Sadness is all around you. It's just sad parents with their annoying kids and bad pizza and a big mouse.
I think that's the biggest thing that everyone should realize. Nobody goes to Chuck E. Cheese for the pizza. No one goes, oh yeah, man, I love me some Chuck E. Cheese pizza. No one fucking likes the pizza. Why are you making such a big fucking deal about it? And
have you had Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
I have. It's super not good.
I never have.
I was going to say, have you had it recently enough to remember?
Yes, because... Why? Because, in fact, I have a picture in my bathroom of me and Jess at a Chuck E. Cheese because her niece, or our niece, I should say, I'm an asshole, had a birthday.
I disowned you.
She had a birthday there.
You are no longer
she had a birthday there. And we were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you take a picture with the
Fair
big
enough.
mouse?
No, I took a picture in the photo booth.
Oh, with the mouse?
No, with my wife.
Why didn't you take a picture with the mouse?
Because the mouse didn't appear.
You can take pictures with your wife.
You know what the photo booth is
But
used
how
for
often
at
do you get a
Chuck E.
chance to take a
Cheese,
picture
right?
with a big mouse?
I don't like people in costumes. I'm not a big fan. You go to...
Wait, that's a person in a costume? That was a big mouse.
Cody's childhood is ruined.
Dude!
Look what you've done, Aaron.
Oh, no!
No, but you know what they use
Sorry, I
the
derailed
photo
all of
booth
that.
there
It's fine.
at Chuck E. Cheese for?
What?
What?
Do you know what they use the photo booth for at Chuck E. Cheese?
Photos?
To take
No,
pictures?
that's where the parents go to be happy again.
What? To take pictures?
You know, a little alone time in the photo booth,
They like taking pictures?
and it's documented. Just gotta make sure to bring some sandy wipes first.
So speaking of conspiracy theories, I also saw something recently, actually last night as a matter of fact, we were talking about Titanic. And I could see the expression on Cody's face just go,
I hate conspiracy theories. I have a theory about conspiracy theories. And sorry to everybody that's going to make mad.
It's going to make mad.
This is going to make mad.
Mad.
This is going to make them mad. They're for dumb people.
No, I agree.
That's it. They're just for dumb people.
The only reason why that I see conspiracy theories and engage with them is there are a tiny, tiny, tiny handful of times where they were real.
Yeah.
Watergate.
Watergate.
Yeah, was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Aaron, I'm impressed that we both exactly went to that one.
Well, that's like the one.
That's like the super famous
Yeah.
one. The other one was like all that black site info and the fact that Area 51 was denied for a really long time, but it really exists.
And the lizard people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Bill Clinton banging that one chick
Who was a lizard person.
at Area 51,
On a flat Earth.
where he did smoke marijuana but did not inhale.
Oh, shit.
That's not a conspiracy theory.
No, that was the thing. He's
Sorry.
like, I did smoke
We're
marijuana,
derailing
but
this
I
too
did
much.
not inhale.
You were saying things about the Titanic.
Yeah, and it's an interesting theory, one that holds a small amount of clout, but super
Is
unnecessary.
the theory that the movie's good? Because that's wrong.
No.
It's a bad movie.
Really? Really? You didn't like?
You just don't like
12
anything,
hours
do you?
long.
I mean, sure, it's long, but you can't
Who needs to see a boat movie that's that long?
But okay, what if they made a 4-hour movie on Randy Savage?
Cody,
I mean, that's worse than
the real thing, Cody, is you're not
only 4
waiting
hours?
to see what happens with the boat. You're waiting 12 hours to see her get naked, right? Which she does at the very end. So good movie.
So good movie.
It's not about the movie though. It's
Then
about
she dies. You can even not think about her anymore because she's dead.
This is so off track. Okay, go ahead, Aaron. What's the theory? Sorry.
So, for those who didn't know, there was actually 3 of those ships made. There was the Titanic, the Oceanic,
And
Titanic the third.
the Titanic, the Oceanic, and the Britannia.
Oh, Blue Britannia. That's right.
Can I just fucking talk, please?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't
Shut
talk
up! Fuck!
I can talk to
We have been interrupting a lot, Travis. Let's let him
We
talk.
have, okay. All right.
Let's
My
be nice.
God.
Go ahead, buddy.
So, curious fact, the Oceanic, which I hope I'm saying that right, because now I'm getting like concerned that I'm saying the wrong one. But it was launched first. It was the very first one to be built, and the Titanic was supposed to come out after it. The only problem was the Oceanic actually got struck by another ship. Another ship ran into the side of it, and it suffered obviously a lot of damage.
That happened.
So they were running
I
like
hope they had
parallel to each other.
insurance.
They were running parallel to each other, and then for whatever reason, this ship started to turn, right? And he sees it and goes, "Oh crap!" But it's a huge ship, and they're like, "Okay, turn." They had, and it just didn't turn in time, so they ran right into the back rear end of it.
Wow.
And this was a ship. This one, the non-oceanic ship, was actually made to damage ships by ramming them, because it was a Royal Fleet ship, so it was meant to do things like that.
It's one of those rammers.
One of those rammers. But one thing that was interesting about the Oceanic was it's actually built so strongly that it actually did
sank
more
the other ship.
damage to the other ship, the front end of it, than it did to the Oceanic, and the Oceanic actually just sailed on home.
Jeez.
Which is why that fleet of those 3 ships were always considered to be unsinkable, right? And that's why the
that makes more
Titanic
sense.
got that name. The problem with the Titanic, though, and one of the reasons why it did eventually fail,
Icebergs.
Iceberg, yes,
Icebergs
are
are a
not
thing.
good, obviously. But it also, when it struck that iceberg, it tore a 230-foot hole in the side of it.
That's a lot.
That's a big fucking hole.
That's a big hole.
That's a quarter of the ship, because it was 890 feet long.
Jeez.
It was huge ship, right? But yeah, 230 feet is a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Also, they think that it probably would have survived if they didn't cut costs on it, because the problem was after the Oceanic got hit, they used parts out of the Titanic to fix it. They pulled the one of the rudder, not the rudder, the propeller, the rod that drives the engine to the propeller.
I think
they
I know what you're talking about.
pulled that out and put it back in the Oceanic, and then they had to order another one. But that got them, because they didn't have much money, because that was the only one they had built at the time. And then it got people were like concerned about it, because they're like, "Hey, we got hit, and I mean, we made
Yeah,
it,
and everybody was just like, "No, it's fine."
but
it's
we
good."
we only had 20 lifeboats."
Oh shit.
On a complement of like 800 people, and each lifeboat only held like 45 people.
Yeah, that works.
So there was like a strike, and all these things happened. But one of the things that
there was one other thing though that contributed to Titanic sinking.
You're gonna say something fucking stupid. I know you're gonna say something stupid, because you never add anything good to the conversation.
So see, Leonardo DiCaprio
God
really
fucking
needed
damn it!
an Oscar. That was his best shot
Jesus
at it.
Christ!
What a fucking waste though for a whole boat.
At least I like coffee. I'm happy about coffee.
It's okay. You can put your headphones back on. You're safe here.
This is a safe space.
But did you say Leonardo DiCaprio never won an Oscar? Because he has now.
Yeah.
Did he now?
Yeah, for that bear
didn't
movie.
know that was the thing.
It's a bad movie.
I never have even seen it. What
The
bear
one where
movie?
he fights the bear?
Nope.
The Revenant?
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. It's 2
I didn't
hours
see it.
of DiCaprio crawling and grunting. I don't know how he won it for that. I think they were like, we gotta give it to him at some point. So, back to Aaron's story.
Anyway, the big thing is that at the time that the Titanic was being launched, the company was basically broke, and they were like banking on this thing to do really well because these ships were beautiful. They spent shitloads of money on these ships, and they needed to build another one. So what people said that they did was they took the Oceanic and they retitled it as the Titanic, knowing that it was going to sink. And so they sunk it on purpose, and then collected the insurance money for it to pay for it, to get them out of debt.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, and
Oh, you mean that they hit the iceberg on purpose?
because the Oceanic had already taken so much damage, and it cost so much money just to get it fixed, that they were in like a pretty sizable amount of debt. And this was their way of like going, oh well, it sank, oh no, like we got a brand spanking new ship that sank on its maiden voyage, we want the insurance money for that, rather than a ship that's been out there sailing a couple of times and then got rear-ended.
Yeah
But
got rear-ended.
So
Rear-ending in boats just doesn't seem like something that would happen that much.
you know what, okay, if you've ever sailed a boat, which I have, it's kind of horrifying because it's the same thing as a car accident. You have to react really fast or you're screwed. And you think, oh, like everything's going so slow, you're fine, right? But you also have to realize that when you turn that wheel, it doesn't happen immediately. You're thinking about things that are only going like 15 knots, right? Or like when you're doing a sailboat like I do, you're going like 8 knots or maybe 10 knots, which is equivalent to about maybe 10 knots to 12 knots, something like that, or 10 to 12 miles an hour. So you're going like ridiculously slow,
Thanks,
right?
Aaron.
I was thinking of it in Don knots.
Don knots.
So I didn't know how fast that was.
How many Fred the Magic Fish? Or...
But yeah, so you're going like ridiculously slow, like a good jogging pace, right?
Okay.
And the problem is that usually you're in pretty big boats and they're going really slow, but you can't do anything because they weigh so much. Like the keel on my boat is like 20,000 pounds or something like that. So getting that to move in a fast motion is really difficult.
Jeez.
So you're like turning like, oh no, I'm going to hit a rock. You get it cranked over. All right, I'm gonna hope now that we're okay, because you see that you can have the wheel totally turned, right? The rudder's completely pointed over. It's still going straight. Still going straight,
God.
and then finally starts to turn because
See?
that's just the way it is.
Now I don't think I'm ever gonna go on a boat.
But the thing is most of the time you're in open water, and the guys really know what they're doing.
And then there's icebergs.
Those just kind of jump out.
Okay, so the only time
Your face.
if you ever go out in the ocean, you're either going to be like you might be on my boat, which you're just going to be in California.
There's icebergs.
What if a
There
whale
are
flips you
no
over?
icebergs around California.
Pretty sure I've
There's
seen
blue
ice
whales?
stores.
No.
Where do you think they get the ice in stores?
Yeah,
California icebergs.
he's right. You know,
Refrigeration units?
No. Icebergs.
you can't even say that.
This is a weird episode because I feel like me and Travis have ganged up and pissed off Aaron.
I'm actually
It's
fine with
very
that.
backwards.
Yeah, it's
okay.
weird. I feel strange.
It's
I
okay.
feel dirty.
It's a good kind of dirty though.
It's
It's a
kinda
good
nice.
kind of dirty.
So that's the conspiracy, that they sank it on purpose.
Yes.
I mean, see, one like
What
that,
evidence
I could
do
be
they
like,
have?
Maybe.
Well, apparently
Also, probably not.
there's basically nothing. But the one thing that you can see is that the Oceanic did have some of the Titanic's parts already. So people are like saying like, oh yeah, well, I mean, they recycled some of the parts, and you could see how some things would be like, oh yeah, that came from that ship because that's the one they sank, right?
Yeah.
And then On top of that, people are saying, because we've seen pictures of the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean, and they're saying they can see the paint peeling off and showing where it says Oceanic under it. And it seems to be in the wrong spot, right, where it actually says Titanic. Like, they have earlier pictures of the Titanic before it set sail, and where it says Titanic is obviously in a different spot. The one problem with that they need to realize, though, is that ship got painted several times before it actually got to set sail, right? Because there's pictures of the Titanic where it's not black on the bottom at all, and they have black paint where it says Titanic, and it's all wood, right? Before they had to dry dock it and then paint it black and then repaint it, and then because it was still in dry dock for another year after that, they had to paint it again, and the Titanic ends up in a different spot there, just a little bit, but it's enough for people to get all PO'd about it. And so
it sounds more like just they didn't think they were going to hit an iceberg.
Right. Yeah. No. So I mean, that's obvious.
They cut corners, right? You know?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Definitely. And the thing is, they totally cut corners when they made the Titanic, because they said if it was built exactly like the Oceanic, it probably would have survived. Because what happened was the Oceanic had pure steel rivets throughout the entire ship. Pure steel, hardened, hard-ass steel. And on the Titanic, they used a mix of iron and steel. And iron obviously doesn't hold up quite as well as like hardened steel. And they said that if those rivets were built the same way, it actually might have still not sank. But the problem is while they were building it, they had to like gut the Titanic several times to help out the Oceanic. And it was all like another, like one thing after another. And
it just sounds like people in over their heads.
Definitely.
They're like, hey, go grab that cardboard, paint it like the Titanic. We're gonna put it on the side.
And like, it's really sad for that company, because these ships, like, you've seen them, they're gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful ships. And the Titanic sank on their first voyage. The Oceanic got hit, that first year, and then the Britannia, in like 2 years after its launch or something like that, hit a mine in the ocean in 1916 and sank.
Now, the conspiracy should be that they're cursed.
Right? Because that would be a lot better.
Hit a fucking mine.
Yeah, it hit a fucking mine and sank.
I never knew
But that's the thing, though, is if you believe that conspiracy theory, then you would have to pretty much believe that they knew they were going to kill everybody on board. Or at least most of them.
Which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, super fucked up. Which is why, I mean, a lot of people feel like it's more true, though, because it's so much easier to believe in a big company, like being evil or whatnot. But the thing is that they were, like struggling super hard. They wanted to make these beautiful luxury liners that people really enjoyed, and they just got really unlucky.
I just don't think people set out to fail.
Right?
Like, I think they did it with good intentions, and then they're like, oh, fuck, this is more than we bargained for.
Right, yeah.
Who's gonna hit an iceberg? It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Send it out there, and then smack.
So curiously,
and then smack.
The captain who went on the maiden voyage of the Oceanic and sailed the Oceanic, who was rammed, was the same guy who captained the Titanic.
Oh, wow.
And the guy
Did
was
he die?
So it's that
yes, he
fault.
did die in the Titanic sinking.
So it's his fault.
Well,
He's just a bad driver.
That's what I
They
was
should
gonna
have
say.
taken his
Bad
license.
the thing is,
Take his boat license. Is there a boat license?
Yes.
SpongeBob got one. Well, no, he didn't. But
he got his first captain of a ship in 1887. So he'd been captaining ships for 30 years.
Holy.
He knew what the fuck he was doing. The problem is
maybe he was going blind and senile.
the
He's just too
problem
old.
is that the guy who saw the lookout saw the iceberg really late. There was only 30 seconds between when he saw it, between when they hit it.
Holy crap.
How do you not notice a fucking mountain
Was he
sneaking
sleeping?
up on you?
Dense ass fog. Dense ass fog. And there was a shitload of icebergs out there. There was more icebergs that year in the part of the Atlantic that they were at than there would have been for the next 50 years on record. There was way more out there than there should have been.
That's why they should have put like a heat laser on the front of the
Sure,
ship.
yeah, they're 1912 heat lasers. Yeah,
To
obviously.
melt all the icebergs. I mean, I don't know why
No,
people
but
don't think
like,
about
why
this stuff.
in reality, why didn't they just slow the fuck down and wait until morning to speed the fuck back
that
up?
was the big problem, though. They were going 22.5 knots an hour,
Which is...
really fast for a ship, because the top speed on the ship was 23.
Oh, wow.
So
Budget.
they were hauling ass.
For Hall & Oates.
They were hauling
was
oats for
that they
sure.
were trying to make it to whatever a day earlier?
They
or
were
something
trying
like
to be
that.
like a luxury speed liner, because that ship wasn't really that fast. There was other ships that were faster, but it was the biggest boat in the ocean of all time at that time. And they wanted to be like, oh yeah,
Hence
we're
the name.
huge and we're fast and we can get you there and in luxury and in style. And I mean, great campaign. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for them.
Unfortunately, you smack into things.
when you go that fast. Turns out,
Yeah.
Turns out, fast with smack, not good.
So
not great. Not
like-
great.
so, like,
yeah,
I was-
if they would have slowed it down and waited till morning, they probably would have been fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that just goes back to thing, like our boat is 46.5 feet long, and I can tell you that it takes a long time to make a turn in it. And then you scale that up to 890 feet,
Yeah.
and it's going to take a long time
It
to
takes
miss
about 12 days
it.
to
Yeah,
make a turn.
it's crazy. There's just nothing he could do at that point. The only decision there that was wrong was going too fast.
Wow.
Yeah, he was speeding, and I think we've all been been there where we're speeding a little bit.
Was he drunk?
I don't think he was drunk.
He was probably drunk.
Yeah.
But
But
say he was drunk.
Yeah.
one little quip about that is I think everyone's heard about the unsinkable Molly Brown, right?
Yep.
No.
She was the lady that like organized the rescues and what lifeboats they did have, and she turned it around to go get the men because most of them were women and children in the lifeboats.
That's what everyone feels like it is. Interestingly,
That's what I've heard.
what happened was she sat there and got everyone onto the lifeboats from the ship, and until someone like literally forced her to get onto the lifeboat. It's like, you have to go now or you are going to die, right? And the problem is she was trying to convince people to get off the boat in the first place, because a lot of people weren't convinced that the boat was going down.
Oh, shit.
Because they were like, oh yeah, no,
Because it was unsinkable.
because it was unsinkable. They're like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be fine. We'll be fine.
Good marketing.
Right?
But man, that fucks you up.
But she got a bunch of people onto the boats, and then when she finally got onto her lifeboat, which is lifeboat 6, if I remember correctly, they were starting to get out there, and she's like, no, we need to go back. There's a bunch of people, freezing to death in the waters, and we need to go back. And she was like screaming at the people, but they are relatively certain that she never got to go back, because everyone else was like, no, people die when they go back. Because the problem is people are in
They'll
the water.
swamp the boat.
Yeah, people in the water, like one guy was talking about, he went into the water and it felt like 1,000 knives going and piercing your body all over, because it's ridiculously cold. It's below freezing, actually. It was like 27 degrees the water was. And because all of it's moving and stuff, it can stay unfrozen. And
then your muscles contract and it's just spasms.
People
and
were
hurts.
dead within minutes.
Yeah.
Most people were. But then the people who weren't were absolutely like losing their shit. So you get close to any of those people in the boat and you're like, they're grabbing the boat and like trying to climb
the
on for their
panic.
lives. Absolutely. And that's understandable. And I'm sure that's probably what happens. They're like, no, that's scary as shit.
Can you imagine you're in the water and you're freaking out? Some guy's in a boat like, you need to calm down.
Excuse me, sir. Just relax.
Just chill. I'm very chill.
But
Yeah, but like at that point, you're not thinking anymore. You're just
survival
reacting.
mechanisms. But she was
I don't want to go on boats anymore.
she was a nice lady, and she tried really hard, but didn't go
heard of
back. And her story was a little bit overblown. Great lady, though, definitely. One thing that was really interesting, though, is there was 2 people who worked on that boat and who survived. They also worked on the Oceanic.
Did they quit after
No.
that? I
Nope.
hope they did.
They did not. The Oceanic was struck, and when they were a part of that, they were
You
on.
sound so crackly.
Yeah, we need to restart Discord. Yeah.
Okay, 2 seconds. So the Oceanic was struck. They were a part of it. These 2 people were both a part of that. Then they were part of the Titanic, and the Titanic went down. They survived that too. They were aboard the Britannia when it was hit by the mine, And actually, everyone survived that, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
But yeah.
So it was those people.
They were the unthinkable ones because they were literally a part of 3 catastrophes.
I'm thinking it was an inside job. They did it.
And that's how conspiracies start.
I'm thinking that they should have quit after number 2.
Right?
Fuck that, number 1.
You're like, they never should have been on a boat in the first place.
Don't get on boats. What are you doing?
So good. But yeah, I found that was my favorite piece of information, is that there was those two, and they weren't even like friends or anything like that. They just happened to work on all 3 boats and they survived all 3 things.
Did they know each other or meet each other later?
I don't know. There wasn't any information about that. I just found that really interesting. But
that is interesting.
The Oceanic did sail all the way up until 1936, where it was decommissioned and scrapped for metal.
Oh, wow.
Sad, because that would have been like a perfect recreation of the Titanic. Interestingly, one last little quip about that. After the Titanic went down, they were like, could it have been avoided? Right?
Yes.
Because the Oceanic was exactly the same ship. They took that ship, and in the inquiry, they're like, okay, we're going to set up the same situation. You guys try to turn. Because they had the exact same ship, right? So they're like, okay, we'll go out there. Let's find out, right? Of course, they found out, no, you did not have enough time, of course.
Damn.
But they were just going too
Did they
fast.
hit that again? Like, did they hit a fucking
No,
iceberg?
they just put buoys out there.
They're like, oh, there's an iceberg.
Let me put an iceberg out there and just ram my multi-million-dollar ship into it.
Let's do a test. Who's got an
They're
iceberg?
like, oh no, we forgot the lifeboats.
You guys need to call Icebergs R Us and get us an iceberg.
Ugh. God.
Conspiracy theories are dumb.
Yeah, they are. But, you know, it's kind of fun to think about once in a while.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we have an interesting conversation.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Yeah.
But like flat Earth.
Yeah, that's just retarded. But I think I'm upset with flat Earth because there's actually people who believe it, and just the fact that people can be that dumb.
There's gonna be more people that believe it now.
Yeah,
you know why I'm really upset with that flat Earth though?
What? It's gonna be something.
It's because some people don't actually believe that they're flat Earth, but they call themselves flat Earthers, and they're like, "Yeah, we believe in the theory of the flat Earth, not in that the Earth is actually flat." But that we think outside the box and try to think differently from people. And I'm just like, I hate you. Yeah, I seen that. I seen it.
I seen it.
I seen that.
I can't remember where I seen it, but somebody explained that to me like that. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I seen it.
Really?
I've never seen that.
And I'm just like, fuck you. You fucking.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So dismissive.
That's my Cody moment at that point. I'm like, you are misleading and a piece of shit. Fuck you.
That sounds like me.
You're all offended at first. You're like, fuck you. But then you go, well, yeah, no, okay.
I was about to say fuck you to Travis. Hey,
He's
fuck
like,
you.
hey,
I don't
fuck
do
you.
that. Piece of shit.
Well,
Yeah, no.
On that note.
on that note, I think that was a very successful podcast. Yay. Clippity clap for episode 13.
Yay.
And
Yay.
I hope everyone who
I was
likes
really
this.
quiet that episode.
That's okay.
I think I should talk more now.
Okay. So wait,
Aaron.
is that you clipping? That do you want to say something here?
I'm sorry that I haven't put out any videos. I'll get back to it on
Why?
Thursday.
We don't
Why?
need
You
that.
already fucking said
We
that.
don't need it.
Well, because I really wasn't gonna say anything. I was just
Being a dick.
talking and
Just being a dick.
And then you asked if I wanted to say anything, and then I said something.
I thought you wanted to do the outro, but now I don't give a shit. So if you did like this video, I hope you did. Give it a like, and maybe subscribe to this channel because we would really appreciate that. Also, subscribe to my channel because I would super appreciate that too. I put out a video just recently of Linkin Park, and I hope that you would check that out. And the link for that will be in the description. And also check out our Instagrams. I think all 3 of us have Instagrams. You can go out and check all of them. All of that will be in the description, of course. And whack that bell button and stuff. And for all
Cody
the
has an
podcast
Instagram?
people, yes, he does. For all the podcast people out there, we do have an email where you can suggest topics for us to talk about, or just
in the
ask us
show
questions. It's in the show notes. And yeah, I think that's it. You guys have an awesome day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.